So hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video, and today we're going to talk about Firefall. We're going to focus on the question, what is there for me to do in Firefall? Because there is a severe lack of information and tutorials in the game to actually tell you what you're supposed to do. Which is bad on one side, but it's actually pretty awesome as well. Because you get to discover it on your own. You run around the world and you start discovering these events, and you start discovering what you can do in the world. But I agree that for some people it is annoying that they have no idea what they can and cannot do. So this video is either gonna be called what is there for you to do in Firefall, or it's gonna be called a chain of events. Now, today what I did is I decided to just record my adventure in Firefall. I just woke up, I logged in, and I started recording. So first of all, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start off with some thumping. And right off the bat, I found a good thumping spot. Now, thumping, as you can see, is you're just bashing your scan hammer on the ground, and it shows you what kind of resources and ores are in the ground right now. So what you do is you send out these waves, and on top of those are additional waves, and these additional waves will herd you towards the ore spike, towards the ore deposit, and that's where the concentration of ore is at its peak in this area. So I found a good spot with some tungsten and iron ore, and I plunked down my tier 2 thumper. Now there are different kinds of thumpers. There are two types of thumpers and different tiers of thumpers. So the first personal thumper, which is for 1 or 2 people, you get when you finish the tutorial missions. Now this thumper only has a low capacity of ore, and it can only extract iron ore, nothing else. After that, which is the next tier of thumper, which I'm using right now, that's a thumper that has slightly higher capacity of ore, but it can, instead of just extracting iron, it can also extract tungsten ore, and so on and so on and so on. You have these different tiers, and these are crafting resources. You will refine them in molecular printers, excuse me, and then you craft weapons, armor, everything with it. This game has a very, very deep crafting system. Then you have the second type of thumper, which is the squat thumper. That's for, I don't know, 5 people probably. I think that's actually the recommended number of people, 4 to 5. And it has higher ore capacity. Once again, you have different tiers, one that extracts iron and tungsten, and so on and so on and so on. But it also attracts a lot more enemies. You can see on the screen right now, when you plunk down the thumper, it will trigger a defend event. These monsters don't like you shaking the ground with your thumper and stealing their goodies, so they will try and kill you or destroy your thumper, usually both. So you need to defend yourself and your thumper. Your thumper can be destroyed, you will lose all the resources, you lose the thumper, and you need to craft another one. And they are not too expensive, but they are not cheap either. It's just better for you to defend the thumper, and you also don't get the XP bonus from it. So that's thumping. Now, why was I talking about the chain of events? That's what Firefall is. Firefall is what you make of it. It's kind of a mixture between Borderlands and Guild Wars 2 style of questing, and you have just freedom. You can do whatever you want, if you want to do it. If you don't, well, you're not gonna have a great time. If you don't like what's going on, you just don't have to participate. And this is what turns most people off, because they see one event, they don't find it particularly interesting, and they're like, well, yeah, I finally found something, and I don't really like it. This game is boring, you know. And that's how most reviewers actually do it, apart from being terribly misinformed. Yes, I'm looking at you, ING. Holy crap, the ING review. Now we all know that ING has shit reviews. But reviewing an MMO at level 10 when the max level is level 40, that's like reviewing World of Warcraft at level 20 with the free trial. And Mr. IGN reviewer, stop telling people there is no PvP. at least level up to max level and do some research. You're getting paid for this stuff. Telling people there is no PvP when there is an entire zone dedicated to open world PvP, that's dumb. You shouldn't be doing reviews. Call them first impressions and I will be fine. Fine. But don't call them reviews. So, what I did is I decided, hey, let's go thumping, which you can see on the screen right now. So I'm thumping, thumping, thumping. Suddenly, 2 other people appear from nowhere. So we're doing this as a group and we're having a lot more fun because we have 3 people now, which is much better than doing stuff alone. Then, someone posts a location in the chat telling everyone, look, there is one of the new events right here. So I jump on my bike and I'm on my way to participate in the event. So I have arrived at the event location and I see a lonely medic waiting for other people so that he can start the encounter. So we do, and eventually we are joined by a Dreadnought, which is a tanky class. So we have the perfect composition. We have me as some massive DPS, we have the Dreadnought as a tanky class, and we have the medic that can heal us. So eventually we have exploded into the hive, we have delivered all the hive samples so they can be analyzed and we can get our goodies, and we've killed about a bazillion dudes. When suddenly someone posts yet another location in the chat, and it's a location of a nearby melding tornado. So I decided, okay, let's go kick some tornado arse. Oh yes, the melding tornado, always a sight to behold. It is beautiful. I love these melding tornadoes. What it essentially is a tornado, surprise, that's being orbited by rocks. You need to kill rocks, then you need to kill the center of the tornado, then the tornado implodes, you can go into the tornado and collect resources. And you're doing all of this while being attacked by melding mutated creatures. It's a beautiful sight. So this was my day in Firefall. This is what you do in Firefall. That's it. It's as simple as that. You just decide to do something and stuff will start happening around you, and you can end up, and you will usually end up, you usually do end up in one of those chains of events that just drags you from place to place to place, and you're gonna have a great time. Give Firefall a try. The link is in the description. It's on Steam. And I thank you a lot for watching.